Hey, what's going on, guys? Shane here, and welcome back to another LEGO review. Now, before we get on to the actual review, I just want to show you off one of my recent LEGO Dimensions. Now, I know LEGO Dimensions has sadly gone out of production, but at a local toy store, I decided to spend my recent birthday money on a load of LEGO Dimensions, which were on sale for like £3, something, which in American dollars I think it's like $4, something like that. But yeah, and one of them that I got was new Scamander from the LEGO Dimensions Fantastic Beasts story pack. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. I also got actually I completed the Fantastic Beasts one because I got the other one as well. Completed my Doctor Who one because I got the Subman. But I also got the Back to the Future adventure pack. But yeah, apart from that, there you go. So let's go on to the main review. Now, on to the main review. As you can see, if you know, this guy might look oddly familiar. Yes, this is my version 2 version of Overwatch's Bastion. Now, as you can see, I have made some changes to him. I totally redesigned the legs. His hips sort of similar, but his leg design is completely different now. This arm here is slightly different. Slightly, like this bit, this just added bit. His gun's brand new. It's a brand new gun, right here. His head's just a different colour. He's about to fall. Yeah, he's gonna fall. That's it. His toes are fine. So his knee joints are very loose. He has had a complete colour change. My first version was in his original colours. Now this is in his Omnic Crisis colours, so he's obviously orange. But yeah, he has had a major rework. Well, not a major, but he has had a rework on the back. His cannon is now different. I'll get into that in turret form. But yeah, Bastion is reworked. I'm proud of this version. I'll probably end up making a version 3, which I don't want to go to that, but I might have to. I might have to, depending on what went well in this one, and if he actually ends up getting smashed or something, he will get reworked. I might redesign the knees so they are slightly more sturdier, because the knees are good in certain positions, certain toe positions as well. Yeah, the reason he keeps going off camera is because I keep having to take him off and rework him. Now, he has got some accessories that aren't on him at the minute. That includes this. This may just look like a tyre, but what this is actually, yeah, I finally did it. It's actually an extension for his turret. Well, not his turret, but his cannon. It's because I finally sort of made a tank form for him. It's not exactly a tank though, but I'll get into that later. He also comes with his tank trait thing. Tank traits. They're just ties, but they work just as well. There's nothing else to him. Articulation wise, his head has got I don't think his head's any different. I don't think I reworked the head mechanism, so that's all the same. his shoulder is exactly the same. This arm is pretty much the same, apart from the fact that it's a bigger cannon. This arm is slightly different because it's also got a hinge here. It used to be just this one piece here. Now it's this piece as well. He's obviously got a ball joint here, a hinge here, and multiple hinges at the feet due to how his many foot orientations. He's got these bits here, which they're more for turret mode, and I'll get into that later. On the back, the only thing I wish I could do is actually find a way to incorporate the arm. Now, in my older version that I made, his arm was his turret arm. Whoops! I just knocked over my squeaks box. It wasn't actually that good because it kept bumping in the way of everything. This arm sadly doesn't get the same treatment because it actually comes off. It has to come off no matter what, because no matter where I put it, it's always bumping into things. Like right here, it's fine, but I literally have to take it off because it actually affects how far the turret goes down. So I can't have it there. I can't have it on top of these shoulder bits here because then it gets in the way of this, causing it to actually fold down. That folds down for a reason, and it's not very accurate. So I kind of so let me just move this. Yeah, it's kind of more accurate if I have it like this, and I think it's on this side anyway. But apart from that, he's also had a massive chest rework. So as you'll notice, I didn't actually add his. He doesn't actually have this little open bit at the bottom. It's because then I chose not to add it because he looks that good without it. I don't think he needs it. That's one modification I made. Another modification is, as you can see, I actually added like turret bits. That's because in the game I feel like the bullets just come out of nowhere. Yeah, I know they're stored in his cannon itself, but I just feel like it should make it look a bit more visible. So I added like a rope. It just clips on. I'll show you. Because here I use a 1x2 with four studs, 2 studs on each side. I just tabbed it in right there. But yeah, the arm has had some changes to it as well, but I'll get into that later. So yeah, that is robot mode, or recon mode as it's called in the game. Now, without further ado, I'm going to get him into turret mode. I'm not going to show off how he does it, how I do it, because I don't have enough arm space to do so. So I'll be back and I'll see you when he's done in turret mode. And I'm back. Yeah, this isn't his best look. I mean, he has looked better in this form, and he's like he stands more straight. He can definitely stand more straight, but because of how long I've got left on my battery, I don't want to exactly waste time. So here he is in turret form for now, because this isn't his best. So yeah, it's probably not his best form anyway, but I think his recon mode is his recon mode's definitely the better mode out of the 3. Would that do? Oh, there you go. There you go. Now he's better. It's just because everything was slanted, so it didn't look that good. So yeah, this is him in sentry mode. Now when he's straight he looks amazing, but anything else he just doesn't look good. Now, yeah, he looks really ugly. But that is because, first of all, you have to have the gun back here. This is his robot gun. Now, you have to have it back here, otherwise it sticks out in turret mode, because it either sticks out forward here, or it sticks, it sticks up right there. And both of those ways look stupid as hell. So, I'm not going to use... I've modified him so he actually stores it there. I have been muddling around with this guy for a couple of weeks. I built him like a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm just kind of mucking around with him. Now, with his medic arm, yeah, he can have it in robot. No, not robot. Sentry mode. But it is very annoying because it just mucks up the pattern of everything. So usually I tab it up here. So if I just tab it up here quickly, tab it on like so, as you can see, a minute is drawn out. But the only problem is, due to what I've got, he can only move in certain ways. So he's got like he's obviously got a hinge. He's got a rotation point here and here, but that's due to the just due to just certain things that happen in tank form. But yeah, he looks as though he shouldn't really. That doesn't look right whatsoever. So I tend not to use this armature on him in turret mode. Now, oh, I've actually just broken it. I don't know where the piece has gone. That's a bit of an issue. Let me just look at it. I'm pretty sure. No, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Yep. So yeah, this isn't. I use the medic arm in tank form, just not in the same way. Ooh, knocked everything out of whack. Now, I said this was an extension for the tank. You can fit it on there, like, so it is just Technic pins. I mean, that looks good, but it makes it heavy. It makes it extremely heavy, which causes the whole thing just to it should be up straight. It's like it causes it to go down, which I don't like that ever so slightly. But yeah, again, I am a bit of a perfectionist. So yeah, you can have it on. That's your personal preference. But yeah, articulation wise, he's not really supposed to move because he's a turret. I suppose you could move his gun up. I suppose back defense. I suppose. Apart from that, oh, and the turret still spins. This bit doesn't, but the actual, so you can see you've got the six barrels, as I would call them, like the little dots in here. That spins, because I think it just uses a one of those, like, oh, what they're called, skin color, yeah, skin, you see that, skin colored Technic pins with the axle on one end and pin on the other, which is obviously a loose one, so yeah, that allows that to spin. But apart from that, that's it. So I'll be back once I get him into tank form. This may take a bit longer just due to if I can actually remember how to. Oh, I can't. So yeah, I will be back when I've figured it out. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah. This is probably the worst mode. This is his tank form. In real life, it's just a massive armoured truck. I want to say truck with a massive gun kept coming out of it. I mean, oh yeah, he's not very stable because the his treads are literally tabbed on using two. Hang on a sec, I'll be back. Hang on back. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's just on a truck really. I mean, you could say that's a truck. And if he's got rid of all this malarkey. Anyway, it's an armoured truck, or it definitely looks like something from Mad Max, to be fair. But yeah, as a massive, yeah. I don't know what to say about this. This is probably the worst mode. But yeah, if you actually look at it, if I take off this part, just remove this part because that bit isn't actually tabbed on. I mean it is, but it's just not very secure. You actually have a look at it. This is the robot mode folded up and twisted, and the treads, the wheels come off again. But yeah, he's a truck. This is going to be his truck form. This is going to be a massive modification I've done to him. And yeah, it looks really ugly, but you know, it's going to be a Mad Max style thing. Mine is all like just the grey. There you go. I don't know, this actually looks like, if you look at it, certain angles just look really ugly like the side. That just looks an actual mess. But if you look at it from like the front, that looks alright. From the back, front, don't know. I don't know whether I'm going to make it a truck or not. But yeah, if you look at it from that angle, it looks alright. Look at it from the top, it just looks like the folded up robot. But apart from that, that's it. That's actually it for Bastion. Yeah, this is like an extra like fuel canister thing. I mean, this whole turret can, like, if you just take off that pin, if you just kind of like take that off, kind of looks right. It kind of just looks like a big old thruster. Then this, I don't think I've got anywhere else where I could put Technic.